Reddick has to win. He's put himself in position. So does Eric Jones. Great run here.
Yep, huge run right here.
What does Eric Jones do? He helps his teammate.
Tyler Reddick out front. Now Tyler's going to try to block.
He's in the fence.
Up into the wall he goes. The 18 also in the wall. Eric Jones gets caught up in it as well. The big one does happen. The 47, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., McDowell. Austin Dillon caught up in this. That's Ryan Newman in the 6. Kurt Busch in the 1.
A little damage to the 19 down there. He's carrying a bumper cover down pit road. Kurt Busch trying to get in the pit lane.
You could feel it coming. You knew it was coming. Just
37 also, Ryan Preece. A lot of damage.
Ryan Newman.
Yeah, window net down, and he's going to climb out under his own power this time at Daytona. I'm sure not happy about the way this one ends.
No, but I know it's not how he wanted it to end, but just to be back.
Clint Boyer on the bottom of the 14. Now contact made. Kenseth came down. The 14 up. The 9 out of shape. Here comes the 22. Logano's going to take the lead away from Denny Hamlin. 2 laps to go.
Bubba Wallace on the outside.
Big run. Contact made again. Bubba Wallace sideways. Can he save it?
William Byron. They're ready.
Now the 22 goes around.
Hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake.
The caution's going to come out now. Big wreck behind him. Bubba Wallace got through. Tyler Reddick hard hit. Jimmy Johnson caught up in the 48.
Yeah, big damage on Jimmy's car.
Could this be it for the 7-time champion? Not making the playoffs in his final year. It's going to go to overtime. But can the 48 even turn a lap?
We have a red flag here down in turn 1. Wow.
And you have to make minimum speed. But if it's for 2 laps, Steve.
Yeah, they just need to get the car to make laps. Minimum speed won't be a concern, but the concern is right here. The 24 is in basically one piece moving around to see if he has any flat tires. I don't know how many wrecks it was until they finally wrecked. The action was unbelievable. 2, 3, and 4.
Overtime presented by Credit One Bank. Denny Hamlin, William Byron making up row 1.
Denny Hamlin's best friend right now is Matt DiBenedetto. I think with the position Matt's in, he'd be happy to push that 11 car to the win, but that inside line is organized, and they're going by Denny on the inside. Clint Boyer pushing that 24, Byron to the lead.
Up the racetrack, a block for the 11. Clint Boyer goes up. Here comes Christopher Bell in the 95.
Christopher Bell is racing for a win to try to get into the playoffs.
Christopher Bell, a 25-year-old, going up right now against the 22-year-old and William Byron. Those 2 leading at Daytona.
And 2 wide behind them. Not a lot of energy that's going to be generated from that. As long as they're 2 wide, now you're starting to see a little bit of a run from that top lane. That's going to move this bottom lane. Truex to the outside of Bell.
What was the number you mentioned earlier, Steve? How many times at super speedway races has Martin Truex Jr. come up a little bit short?
Car in the fence, hard.
Oh, hard. Clint Boyer in the 14 slamming into the wall.
Hold your line, hold your line, hold your line.
They've already taken the white flag. The next flag will end the race. Martin Truex Jr. out front. Now William Byron fighting on the inside for the lead and the win. They run behind him again.
Stay with your teammate.
They continue to fight.
You're clear.
Through 3 and 4. William Byron looking for his first ever win in the NASCAR Cup Series. A win, a secured spot in the playoffs. William Byron's going to win. Oh. Chase Elliott coming home in second.
Oh.
NASCAR has told us they wouldn't throw the caution if they thought the drivers were not in danger, if they were involved in an accident. They let them race all the way back to the checkered flag. You see the 13, Ty Dillon, hard contact. We saw the 4 of Kevin Harvick also involved. Clint Boyer was involved.
21 of Matt DiBenedetto crossed the line in 12th with a little bit of damage from some of those crashes happening in that last lap, where he has a little bit of...
Right now, unofficially, the 48 of Jimmy Johnson out of the playoffs. The 21 of Matt DiBenedetto. Taylor, you can continue crying. We know you're watching at home. Matt DiBenedetto looks to have just made it into the playoffs. And there, the remnants of the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. A 7-time champion.
You better do a hell of a burnout.
William Byron, only the second driver ever to win in the 24. Of course, Jeff Gordon made the number famous.
Yeah!
This checkered flag moment brought to you by Advanced Auto Parts. Chad Knaus, a 7-time champion crew chief, switched over to William Byron.
Nice work, boys.
When we talked to Chad, he mentioned there's really no comparison between the two drivers, because when he was with Jimmy, they were both younger. They were both kind of growing and learning the sport together. Now he has someone green who's learning the sport for the first time, and he's 7 championships into it. Look at the celebration. And the crowd's able to enjoy it here with the fireworks in the background. William Byron gets his first win in the NASCAR Cup Series.